Never seen. Going my way?
My dad's.
I never seen in the beginning.
You never seen In the Beginning? My dad says it was the best movie ever made. It's got some really neat characters in it.
Say, isn't Clint Eastwood in that?
No, Lee Forget.
Yeah, and the Marx Brothers, Popo, Chico, and Groucho.
No, the Sargent brothers. Greg, Andy, Dave.
Gee, a lot of big names. Rick Gallagher, Rob McDonald, Rennie LaFave, Carol Forger. This is gonna be good.
You want to read it or watch it? It's about these three evil guys and trying to get control of the world and using all their armies to fight a ship of aliens. But they really aren't aliens.
Put it right in here.
He laughs with us, he cries with us, he's there all the time. Things happen to us, and we think they don't have a reason. Surrender to him and say, not my will, but thine, O Lord. And he'll wrap us in his arms and he'll hug us real tight, and he's willing to pull us through. And we have a choice to win or to lose. Which are we gonna choose? Many times we don't understand his plans for our lives. We cannot see what he sees. We just have to trust him and surrender to him and say, not my will, but thine, O Lord. And he'll wrap us in his arms and he'll hug us real tight, and he's willing to pull us through. And we have a choice to win or to lose. Which are we gonna choose? And he'll wrap us in his arms and he'll hug us real tight, and he's willing to pull us through. And we have a choice to win or to lose. Which are we gonna choose? And he'll wrap us in his arms and he'll hug us real tight, and he's willing to pull us through. And we have a choice to win or to lose.
In the shack, I'll just look around for a Tetragranda guy.
What the heck is that?
Grasshopper.
Oh, you shouldn't have asked.
Thanks for bringing me here. This is perfect. I'll be able to get several insect specimens for my collection out here.
Man, security is super tight on this. How the heck you got here this far is beyond me. We could lose our jobs.
Look, Bill, Alice is my only niece. Besides, her father, my brother, is Dr. Lee. Remember? Assistant director on this project.
Yeah, if Aiken finds out, we'll be history.
Come on, you guys, don't argue. This is exciting. I've never been on a secret test range before. I read all about the plasma explosive Dr. Furman invented. It's more powerful than the atomic bomb. That's what they're using today, isn't it?
You got it. I'm just a repairman. I don't know what the heck this plasma stuff is, but I don't like being here 2 hours before 0 hour. Somebody might push the wrong button.
I know what plasma is. It's the fourth state of matter: solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. 99% of the universe is made of plasma. The sun and the stars are plasma. Even lightning is plasma. It's like electrified gas.
Hey, Arnie, I thought school was the 3 hours.
Not anymore, Bill. Remember, Alice, don't go away. It's only going to take us 15 minutes.
All right.
Captain, I want the test firing to begin immediately.
Taken, sir. This is Captain Bremer. Only Dr. Furman can issue orders to advance the test time.
Yes, Captain. I am aware that this is ahead of the scheduled time. Are you questioning my authority? Begin the countdown procedure immediately.
See you guys.
See you later.
Boy, these last-minute jobs sure do give me the jitters. How do we pull this shift anyway?
Hey, don't knock it. We're going to get paid for 4 hours' work for 15 minutes. Besides, after today, I won't be working for the eminent Mr. Slab.
Why, you quitting?
Let's just say I know what Slab and Prince are up to.
Taken, sir. There are 2 repairmen on site.
You will begin the countdown as I have ordered, Captain.
You kidding me? You have proof?
Ten,
Goodbye, Arnie Lee.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Who are you?
1.
I'm Clarence, your guardian angel. Quick, duck!
Dr. Lee and Dr. Clark, the only remaining Christians infesting Furman's staff. I will soon complete my assignment by crossing you off the list. Then I shall have the profound pleasure of arranging Dr. Furman's early demise. Ha 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 ha.
The missile test was a resounding success. What have you got there, Aiken? Another magazine article on our Wonder Boy?
Remember, you promised the Wonder Boy to me.
Relax, Aiken. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000,000 times. You don't dispose of your tools until the job is done. We need Furman until this project is completed and the missile is launched. We're very close to its completion now, and I don't want to blow it!
Yes, but that will be soon. After today's test, there will only be 2 more left on the list.
Ah, the test. Perfection. You realize we almost completed our centuries-old quest, and that time is at hand.
I tried to keep him out, Aiken. I really did, but he wouldn't listen.
Get out of my way. I demand an explanation. 2 of my men were killed today because your half-breed Tin Man interfered with my test. You've got to do something. This is the last straw. He has no business interfering with my projects. He just doesn't recognize my authority around here.
Correct, Dr. Furman. Slab is the only authority here. Your so-called authority was given to you to develop the missile. But now your project is finished, and so are you.
I'm finished? Like those 2 men you killed with your interference?
But Dr. Furman, you haven't even mentioned the child.
Child? Child? What child? Oh, no.
I wish we tried to control your contempt for the good Dr. Aiken. You know how these trivial confrontations annoy me. Now what is this about a child?
Didn't want to bore you with details. It was Dr. Lee's daughter. She wasn't supposed to be there. But it will work to our advantage. I'll see to that.
You're right, Aiken. Details do bore me. Now go see to your projects.
Hi, Betty.
Well, hi, Timmy.
How are you doing?
Good, and you?
Just fine, but I saw Dr. Furman down the hall, and boy, did he look upset.
Yeah, he was.
He just rushed out of here a minute ago. Poor guy, he's under so much pressure. Slab and Aiken walk all over him and take all the credit. Something you want, Penny?
Well, Aiken, is he in Mr. Slab's office?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, do you think he'll be coming out shortly?
I have no idea. Why?
Well, Betty, I mean, have you ever seen anyone so attractive, strong, and muscular? Oh.
Are we talking about the same guy here? Aiken has the personality of a rattlesnake. Besides, his face was made in a machine shop.
Only the top half, Betty, and besides, I think it makes him look strong and mysterious.
He's practically a robot. He doesn't sleep at night, you know. He plugs himself in. You'd be better off with a toaster.
Oh, Betty, how can I attract a man like Aiken?
Try a magnet.
Burton. Yes? Check with Slab's secretary about Princeton's security badge.
Okay.
Oh, and make sure it's completed.
Yes, sir.
I have other business
Right away.
to attend to.
Right away. Okay.
Oh, Aiken! Aiken, I was wondering if you were busy Saturday night. Would you like to go out for...
Penny, wait a second. Penny, don't. No.
Oh, hey, cutie. Do you have Slab's security badge ready yet?
What's that?
Oh, great. Oh, hey, by the way, what are you doing this Saturday night? You want to grab a movie?
I'd rather have a root canal. Thank you.
Or maybe next week.
Oh, hello, Sadie. Slab's expecting you.
Sweetie, you want some good advice? Don't put down the little slime ball. At least not to his face. He is Aiken's gopher. You're dealing with some powerful men around here. Better talk nice. Want to keep your job?
I don't know what I want anymore. Nothing seems to satisfy me, Sadie. There's got to be more to life.
More? Well, of course there's more. There's my job. Look, just remember what I told you. Talk nice to the people around here. It'll keep you healthy.
Incredible.
'Tis the devil's work, surely. But God allowed her to live for a reason. He has a purpose, for sure.
That's right, Father. I agree.
Don't you worry, Mrs. Lee. We have a better infirmary here. Viper Industries has a better infirmary here than any old hospital. We'll take good care of her for sure.
Charlotte, from what I hear, there was nothing left at the test site. It's a miracle she's alive. Surely something good has to come from this.
Look at her sleeping there. I'm sure she's visiting with the angels.
Richard, Charlotte, I just heard. It was a terrible mistake.
We didn't know she was at the site. There was an unauthorized advance in the countdown. I knew nothing about it. And Richard, I'm deeply sorry about your brother Arnie. He was a good man.
Are you also apologizing for Slab and Aiken? Where are they? They're behind this.
How's she doing?
Mark, the doctors say she's in shock, but there are no external or internal injuries. They don't know why she's alive, or even why she's in a coma. Mark, it's true, isn't it? Slab and Aiken did this. You should have listened to David Schwartz. He tried to warn you, but you believed his lies and flattery instead.
How do you know about David Schwartz?
David Schwartz was an old friend, and it was because of his story that we came to realize what Viper Industries was really trying to do. Slab discredited Schwartz with lies, but we have proof he was telling the truth. Slab moved that test ahead to trap my brother inside that shack, Mark. He was going to tell the truth about Slab to the press.
Richard, I don't know what you're talking about. Slab is a great humanitarian, a real gentleman.
I think you know better than that, Mark. Maybe now you'll be able to admit it to yourself.
It'll be great living in heaven with my own angel, but won't my dad and mom be sad that I died?
Alice, I told you, this is not heaven. This is the HMS New Jerusalem. And you didn't die. You're just visiting.
I didn't die because you saved me.
Yeah, well, we gotta go check in now.
Name, please?
Alice Lee, ma'am.
Lee. Alice Lee. I have no Alice Lee scheduled for today.
This is just a unscheduled temporary visit. You know, we just kind of stopped by here.
I have no record of any STV. Spontaneous temporary visitation. Being authorized by anyone. You're always doing this to me. We go by the book here.
Look, I had to make a split-second decision. And it seemed like the thing to do. Things are different in the field. Seconds count. And, by the way, Paul did it. He had an STV. It's in the book. Check it out. It's in the book.
Well, we still have to get clearance, and it could take hours. In the meantime, you're responsible for the child.
Look, can't we get a tour guide for her? I haven't had lunch yet.
Everyone is busy. Scheduled, you know, well in advance, the way they're supposed to be. And not an STV in the lot.
But what about lunch? I haven't had lunch. I'll be right back.
Okay, people. The Global Strategy Status Meeting will now come to order. You are scheduled this week to report on the progress of your action items. First, Slab will report on the Viper recent accomplishments. Then Aiken on security, and Sadie on the media.
The plasma explosive for our missile has been developed and is in full production. The test firing was a complete success, and final assembly of the missile will be completed on schedule. Luckily for Dr. Furman, the plasma explosive he developed is more than adequate for our needs. And after the final assembly, we will be ready to engage the enemy.
Prince, security is intact everywhere. Those who had discerned our goal to destroy New Jerusalem have been terminated. To avoid possible risk, Dr. Clark and Dr. Lee will also be terminated. They have outlived their usefulness anyway. I warned you that Dr. Furman would bring in outsiders. He should be terminated now before he causes more trouble.
Prince, our media drive is in full swing. The buildup of the reported UFO incidents have been conveyed via newspapers, magazine, TV, and radio worldwide. Our polls indicate that now 75% of the world population believe in UFOs, and 70% of them believe that they're dangerous. That is a resounding public relations success, if I have to say so myself. Well, our next main thrust will be on the Eddie Scofferson show, the #1 rated in every country. Viper Industries, as you know, holds controlling interest in Eddie's show. We're going to have a prime time special concentrating on the UFO sightings around the world. That should be all we need.
They just said, when the New Jerusalem is spotted, everyone's going to believe it's a UFO. Then Dr. Furman's beautiful missile will be sent on its way, you know. The ironic part is that when it's launched, everyone's going to be praying that it hits the mark. Now, Slab,
Pray.
you find out when it's coming and from what direction. It's got to be soon, though. You got to find out right away. I feel it in my bones, you know. Aiken, you tie up those loose ends with the security there. Make sure everything gets taken care of. And Sadie, that Scofferson show. Make sure it works. Everybody's got to believe that those are little mean green people. Remember that. Now bring in the donuts. Come on, bring those donuts in. That's it. Leave them there. We're going to have some in a few minutes. Slab, I got a favor to ask you. You got to do me a favor. I want you to give Slimy a job.
Slimy?
That's right.
That little
Slimy. Listen, now I know he ain't the best. I know he ain't the best. He's a problem, you know. But you gotta give him a job. He's family, you know. So that's why you gotta take care of him. Give him anything, some kind of a job. You can think of something. Put Put him in charge of something.
In charge?
Yeah.
The garbage.
I know I can count on you, Slab. He's family, remember? I can count on you, just like I take care of you. He's family. Get him a job and put him in charge of something, okay?
Hey, Aiken. Why don't we just use a nuclear bomb? What's so hot about this plasma stuff?
You fool. No mere explosives can stop them. The sun and the stars are made of plasma. They are the sources of light and energy in the universe. We must fight fire with fire.
If Slab knows all about this plasma stuff, why did he need Furman and all those other creeps, huh? I don't like them either.
Imbecile. Don't you realize by now that we can't handle the light? That's the only reason they are still around. We need them to make the plasma and load it into the missile for us. Clean up the office before I return.
You imbecile. You big shot. Clean up the office. Boy, I'm telling you something, Jasper. You know, you're the only one who really understands around here. I mean, you know, you're so faithful and you stick by me wherever I go. Here you go, see? I treat you fine, don't I? Yeah.
Do you really think we should go back to work so soon?
Yes, I do. Father O'Malley promised to call if there's any change in Alice.
There's something on your mind other than Alice, isn't there? What is it?
Charlotte, I have to take Arnie's place. I've got to finish what he started.
Rich, look. I understand how you feel, but can't Dr. Clark handle this? He was working with Arnie. You've done your part collecting information. That was dangerous enough.
I might discuss it with Clark. We're going to get a hold of the new explosive of slabs and keep it from being used. It's got to be done. My mind's made up.
Why does it have to be done by you? I'm sorry. I'm just not very brave, I guess. Slab and Aiken really scare me.
Don't let them scare you. The Lord goes before us, and He's the one in control.
Okay, let's make this quick. Sadie and I have an important engagement after this. Besides, I'm only interested in Dr. Actor's report anyways.
Of course, Mr. Slab. As you know, the final plasma explosive test was conducted successfully. As you also know, unfortunately, Dr. Lee's daughter was at the test site and suffered as yet undetermined injuries.
Yes, I know. Illegally at the test site. Dr. Lee, you have my sympathy. Thank you for attending this meeting today. I wouldn't have asked you if I didn't have an important reason.
Thank you, but I really came to find out why my brother was killed and my daughter injured. Who is responsible? Who?
An act of God, Dr. Lee. A terrible accident. Of course, we will do everything we can to help your daughter. Viper Industries Infirmary is the best in the world, the most advanced hospital. We'll be able to help her. Now let's get on with this meeting, please.
First, I will talk on the plasma explosive missile project. Then Dr. Lee has a report on bioengineering. And lastly, Dr. Jerry Attrek will fill us in on the space observations.
Reporting on developments in two areas. First is robotics. Dr. Clark here will summarize his research in this area.
Thank you. Our goal of building a robot indistinguishable from a human can be attained this year. I brought 2 samples of the components that, when assembled, will be their robot. And I have a demonstration. I'd like you to meet Armin. Okay, thank you, that'll be all. He's my right-hand man. Noggin, say a few words for me.
Why? Did you forget your lines again?
Ah, you drive me crazy.
That's not a drive. That's a putt.
Oh, I'm sorry I gave him a mouth. We've also developed the super nutritional pills. They're capable of giving people temporary powers and abilities that they normally do not possess, such as mathematics, French, and gymnastics, and a few others. They're still in the experimental stage, though.
Well, actually, we've been searching the sky with Global Defense Network's radio and X-ray telescopes. And the only thing we have to report is that there is a rather peculiar object, as yet undefinable, in quadrant 777, which actually seems to be coming toward at steady speed. Actually, we don't know what it is yet. It was spotted only 2 days ago.
You imbecile! You're telling me you saw this thing 2 days ago? And I wasn't informed? You imbecile! Where's your brain in your pocket? It's him. I know it's him. Do you realize it's what we've been waiting for? Preparing for centuries? Years? They've come to take the earth from us! But we're ready. We're ready. We'll show them what the earth is made of, what mankind is! The whole world must know! The earth will join together in one language of resistance! We will fight him as one! What's the media about? Television, radio, newspapers, magazines, especially Tom. I like Tom. Saturation. In every language, in every country, everyone must know of this danger.
It would be nice having Mrs. Lee back.
Yeah, I know. I bet she knows Mr. Slab. Can you imagine? I'd love to meet him.
Who wouldn't? He's the most popular person in the whole wide world.
Her husband is really lucky working with Dr. Furman. What a job.
But it's too bad about her daughter getting hurt.
Yeah, but you can't blame that on Viper Industries. It was just an accident.
I'd give anything to work at Viper. Hey, maybe if we're real nice to Mrs. Lee, maybe her husband will give us a job there.
You couldn't be nice to a teacher at gunpoint.
You really think you could get us a job there?
I'd take any kind of job there. Here she comes. Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back. Wow, nice to have you back here.
Sorry to hear about your
We're hoping we could get a job there. You know, put in a good word or something.
Even I find him attractive. But then again, I guess most women do.
I saw a wonderful picture of him in Time magazine last month.
Yes, I read that. It was about Viper Industries and their philanthropic projects in the community. They're really good.
What an organization. You should be proud, too, that little Alice was part of the price to pay for the betterment of mankind.
Proud? I'm furious. My brother-in-law was killed, and only by a miracle was my daughter spared. And all because those wonderful men moved up the launch time. Some people say it was deliberate. And as for Aiken, that metal-faced gorilla should be reprogrammed.
Oh, did you hear what she said? I don't believe she said.
Metal-faced gorilla, can you believe that? Come on. How could she even say that about this guy? This guy's great.
Did
What are you talking about?
Deliberate?
What is
It was
this?
just an
Come on.
accident. I can't see.
I cannot believe
The whole
this.
world loves that.
But what about my little girl?
Hey, tell us.
Oh, Eddie's show will be on in a minute. Sit back and relax. You are going to enjoy this.
I better.
You know, after this show here today, the whole world is going to believe that we're being invaded by aliens.
I'm sure, but how did you get them to go along with our little scam?
Hey, you know, that part wasn't hard at all. Showed them a few props, spread a few rumors, and let their imaginations do the rest. You know, it was really funny. Of course, there was some we had to pay off.
No little money spent. It's well worth it.
Oh, yeah. But most people would do anything to get on the Eddie Scofferson show.
I don't know why. Yeah, it's coming on. Eddie is such a fool. What did we give him?
Welcome once again to Eddie Scofferson's News Round. Joining Eddie on today's show are potato farmers from Killer Chicken, Idaho, Fred and Lena Barnstone. Also today on special assignment is Ruth Henderson. And now, here's Eddie.
Well, I was really late getting to the studio today because my watch was running a little slow. And, in fact, it's not here yet. That stunk. Just arrived in my new car. You should all come out and see it sometime. It's a Rolls Canardly. Yep, rolls down the first hill, can hardly get up the next one.
Everybody's been going UFO crazy ever since Viper Industries' announcement last week of the alien spacecraft coming this way. And now, it's our turn. On tonight's show live, we have...
Miss Baker, I left strict instructions not to be disturbed. What is it?
It's the transfer paper, sir. I need a location for Slimy's new assignment.
The most desolate, out-of-the-way mud hole on the planet Earth that I could possibly think of. Zone 10. Now get lost, take a hike.
Yes.
Let's see that little twerp get in trouble now.
Betty, do you know how to fill out these transfer forms?
Sure. Let's see it. What's it for?
Some top secret stuff, plasma explosive, whatever that is.
All you need is the destination, which you get from Slab. But be very careful. He's very cranky today.
Now.
It's about these transfer papers, sir. Location.
Zone 10! Zone 10! Does anybody listen around here anymore? Now get out of here! I'm watching Eddie.
Are Slimy and the plasma explosive to be brought together by pure chance? Or is there a larger hand at work here?
Here they are, folks. Their first TV appearance, Fred and Wilma Barnklinger.
He's all right, I guess.
Oh, Eddie, you are so gorgeous. May I call you Eddie?
Why, of course. Please, sit down.
Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. I'm gonna die. I just know I'm gonna die. If Elmer Scruggs could see me, I should be so jealous.
Calm yourself, Wilma, calm yourself. He puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like me.
Well, anyway, it's a real pleasure to have you on the show. We'd like to welcome you. And would you please tell us about your experience with the alien spacecraft? In your own words, of course.
Well, of course, Eddie. It was about a month ago. We was coming back from our monthly shopping trip to the Grundy Mall. It was real late at night, about 9:30. We came over the hill about a mile from our place, and there it was, all kind of shiny with lights flashing.
Next thing you know, Eddie, we were inside, and they had us on tables.
Were you afraid, Fred?
Oh, I was cool.
Afraid? I was scared, silly. Why, I can still see them things all green and slimy and with suction cups for fingers. Lord knows what they had in mind. I can still feel them little suction cups. Why, if it hadn't been for the potatoes that Fred always carries around with him, we'd have been goners, Eddie.
I don't follow you.
You know, spuds, potatoes. I always carry them. You never know. Ever grow spuds, Eddie?
Well, I can't say as I have, but...
Yeah, Eddie here never even grew a potato.
Well, nobody's perfect, Fred.
Anyway, getting back to the story, if we may. How did the spud save you?
Well, you see, when those green things had their backs turned, Eddie took out his 2 spuds and hit both of them on the heads, just smashed them. You should have seen it, Eddie. It was really something. And then we made our getaway. It was plumb awful. I tore my leopard jumpsuit, a basic, in everyone's wardrobe. It's just ruined now, Eddie.
They had maps, Eddie. Maps of our Army, Air Force bases. They even had it marked on the map. Our power plants and stuff like that. They were up to no good, Eddie. They mean us harm, and that's the truth.
You're right, Fred.
Amazing.
Well, anyway, Eddie, we wanted you to have something, sort of a memento of our trip here. Show it to him, Fred. You see, we saved the 2 spuds that Fred used to conk them green things on the head, and we had the bronze. And Eddie, we wanted you to have one of them.
Here, Eddie. This spud's for you.
Gee, thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, this story may seem a little bizarre, but it was only one of the many bizarre and similar happenings around the world. Fred and Wilma are only two of the many witnesses to these events, all of whom have passed extensive polygraph and hypnosis tests conducted at Viper Industries. And now we'll see a few of the other witnesses. Our on-the-scene reporter, Ruth Henderson, has been interviewing people around the world, witnesses to alien visitations. Here's Ruth.
Hello, Eddie. As you know, since Viper Industries has forced the government to publicly disclose classified UFO sightings